Omaha, Omaha. Terrence Bud Crawford conquers at 154 pounds. Let's talk about it. Sports Sky TV broadcasting from DC. Like and subscribe if you're really trying to see me. Oh, what a feeling talking sports like religion. No cap over here, man. It's all about business. Shout out to Turkey, man. Turkey. For placing his footprint in the United States soil with a really good card, okay? It was a good card. You had some great names on that card. Did all of the fights live up to the expectation? It was so-so. I probably can find a card out there that definitely performed better than that card. I thought the fights were they were fairly decent. You obviously had some shockers in that card. But overall, shout out to Turkey Alexi for putting together a nice card. Man, look, I got to start off with Martin BAKOLE, man. Martin BAKOLE reminded me, and I kept hearing the announcer say this, of a George Foreman. And I didn't really know too much about BAKOLE, and now I see why. And that is because he potentially could be one of the most avoided big guys in the game, with the way he can take punches, but also deliver them. I mean, he was fighting undefeated, rising American boxing superstar Jared Anderson. 17 wins, no losses, 15 of those wins by way of knockout. I believe they said he came in at like 285, BAKOLE, to Jared Anderson's, pushing close to 240. So he was giving up a lot of weight. And it showed in the very first round. You could hear in the corner of BAKOLE letting him know that the uppercuts was there, and that was his most deadliest punch of the night. BAKOLE put Scotland on the map, dropping Jared Anderson in the first round, and then finished him off with 2 more knockdowns and KO'd Jared Anderson in the 5th round. Now, you got to give some credit to Jared Anderson. He tried to bite down, sit down on some shots. I think that he made a mistake trying to stand toe-to-toe with BAKOLE, considering those punches how you seen those punches getting. For him to be a big man like he is, to put them punches together as fast as he was able to put those punches together, the long reach, the jab, the straight right was deadly as well. That knocked Jared Anderson back. And like I said, that uppercut was deadly. And it ultimately sealed the deal for him. Jared Anderson should not have fought the way he fought that guy. He should have kept moving around the ring and then picking his chances. His game plan didn't work. Crazy thing, my man said ninjas on national television, and said that, he's going back to his family and he don't care what ninjas think, but he didn't, discredit BAKOLE on that victory. He said what he said, and that's it, right? Now, David Morrell, he also won, it was 10-0 with 9 knockouts. He won via decision, but it wasn't impressive for me. And I don't think that he's ready for a David Benavidez nor a Canelo Alvarez, 2 names that he is mentioning. Obviously you want to get that bread, you want to, get your name, but you're gonna have to run through some more quality opponents because, like I said, it wasn't an impressive win. I think that Morel is a sharp fighter. I think he could compete But at the same time, when you're talking about those high caliber guys, that's going to bring more of what we saw in the ring to the table, also with power and intelligence. I could see him struggling against opponents that have that type of caliber of fighting. But anyway, shout out to David Morrell. He needs to be more active before he jump out there with a Benavidez or a Canelo Alvarez. Then you got Big Baby Jarrell Miller, who said there's only one Big Baby, the real Big Baby, versus Andy Ruiz, right? The Destroyer, who hasn't fought in 2 years prior to that match. It was a majority decision. I think that Big Baby Miller did enough to get the win. It was a good fight, kind of a toe-to-toe type of battle. I think the body work that Big Baby Miller did in the fight was starting to break down Andy Ruiz. He looked very, 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 very fatigued in that fight. I can't say he really looked out of shape. Well, you know how that is. But as far as the stamina goes, it seemed like he was breaking down as far as the stamina go. And those body shots was definitely helping Big Baby Miller out. But I thought that he did enough to capture the win. Close fight. But at the same time, I did think Big Baby Miller deserved that victory. And then you had a shocker. Isaac Cruz, who had moved up, obviously, to 140, captured a title versus Jose Venezuela. A split decision, 116 on 2 cards and 113, 115 in favor of Cruz. He did enough. He nullified a lot of what Isaac Cruz likes to do. He outboxed Isaac Cruz. And Pitbull was trying to be a Pitbull. And he was a Pitbull, but at the same time, when you got someone that compete with a Pitbull, maybe a Rottweiler, maybe a Cane Corso, something like that, you're in for a match. And so Cruz was just, he wasn't as sharp as he quote unquote how people viewed him. I know his reign wasn't gonna last that long, though. He's a good fighter. He's a pressure fighter, but it went against him last night. You can obviously see how Jose Venezuela nullified a lot of what Cruz likes to do, and he was getting off some shots that Cruz just probably wasn't prepared for. And then you got the main event between Terrence Bud Crawford and Israel Madrimov, right? Madrimov, I'm sorry. Unanimous decision, 116, 112, 115, 113, 115, 113. It was a tough fight. Like I said in the beginning, Madrimov is good on his feet. He's a slick fighter, a hard puncher. He can switch hit. He's durable. He's strong. All of those things were displayed in the ring. Could this be one of Terrence Bud Crawford's toughest fights? According to Terrence, no. He believes that Benavidez, Mean Machine, and Gamboa were tougher fights. He probably could say that. He has the right to say that, but considering the fact that he moved up and fought a champion, by the way, that really got the belt due to Charlo going up to fight Canelo at 168. It's not like he beat the man to become the man, but he did win a fight. He did have a belt in 10 fights. He do have an extensive pedigree, like I mentioned, as far as his amateur background with over 300 fights, looking somewhat similar to Vasily Lomachenko, who was also in the building. Speaking of in the building, you can see Turkey chopping it up with Shakur Stevenson. Who knows what they're talking about? If they can get a big fight, going, we shall see. But back to the fight, Terrence Bud Crawford showed that he's a dog. He did have a nice little knot up under his eye, but Madrimov was also bruised up. It was a tough fight. A lot of fainting from Madrimov. A lot of fainting. It was a lot of chess playing going on inside the ring. I think both fighters respected each other's skill set, what they bring to the table. But after everything, I had predicted like an ninth round stoppage, but I was wrong. The fight was a little bit tougher than expected. Like I said, it was just a lot of chess playing. I believe Terrence Bud Crawford did enough to earn that victory, though it was a close fight. I think he, in the championship rounds, that's where he took the show. I mean, leading maybe from the ninth to at least going into the championship rounds, it could be a flip of a coin. That's how close the fight was. But I believe that Bomac and his team let Bud know that, hey man, this is a very, very close fight. I believe Bud Crawford knew that it was a very close fight, and you know, he had to pour it on late. Madrimov caught Bud, like I said, with some clean shots, as I said he would, and so did Bud. You know, it looked like Bud rocked him. I believe it was the 9th round, maybe the 10th. But you know, Bud was trying to counter, and sometimes he thought wrong in situations, and that's how he got caught with those clean shots. He came out orthodox for about 30, 45 seconds, and then he went straight to southpaw and stayed in southpaw stance the whole fight. I don't know what made him do that, but I know he feels comfortable at the southpaw stance, and hey, he did enough to get a victory at 154. I don't think after seeing last night, I don't think he's ready to go up to 168 and challenge someone like a Canelo Alvarez. I think he needs to clean up or attempt to clean up the 154-pound division. And it's just as simple as that for me. But overall, boxing won last night. Just the fact that you have a lot of competitive fights on a card, a lot of names on the card. It was a win for boxing. Turkey put together a decent, really decent card. A lot of action, some shockers. What are you guys' thoughts and comments on the boxing event? Shout out to Eminem with an awesome performance. You know, Eminem don't even come out the house. So, you know, someone dropped that bag, and it looked like Turkey dropped that bag, because guess who was sitting beside Eminem? So to get Eminem out the house, you got to pay that man a couple mil. He did an awesome job with his performance. They tried to build up the fight, and they succeeded in some kind of way, but at the same time, we shall see how everything unfolds moving forward. You already know who it is. It's your boy, Sports Guy TV, where we talk sports like religion, and I'm out. Until the next time.